Hello, it is I, alcoholic audio engineer, coming to you from lovely scenic Paju, South Korea. I'm going to make this one really actually short, relatively short, and snappy, like a snare sound itself. I'm going to record a snare part for our song project. I'm going to try not to clip the audio here. I'm redoing this because I went on a rant about gain staging as I was violating the fundamentals of gain staging. And that video was, my voice was annoyingly loud and nastily distorted throughout most of the video. And so I've got to, don't have much time to re-record, just going to get right into it. Now when I arm the track for recording, there is going to be a dip in volume just because of the way this all works. I don't see a way around it at this point. So anyway, bear with me. For my snare, I'm going to be using this board game box, board game for kids. And hopefully I'm not going to damage it the way I did. In the previous take, I damaged a board game box. I'm going to have to repair that so that the long-suffering missus doesn't notice. We men, we know how to pick our battles, skirmishes, and where possible, avoid them altogether. This is going to be my snare. I'm going to go ahead and arm the track, already appropriately named snare. And then I'm going to, let me see. Okay, so going back into settings, I've got Cakewalk. I've got OBS, my podcast software, set at 85. I hope that's appropriate. And Cakewalk is at 100. I'm going to have to dial that down. Okay, so let's go ahead and arm the track 4, snare. Armed. All right. I'm even clipping it with my voice at this point because 100 is a bit hot for Cakewalk input. But you can see that the green bars are bouncing. I have signal from my microphone. Now I'm just going to sit back here and whack on this this game board box and level check the way we did in the previous videos. Here we go. All right. Okay, so this is a very sharp attack. Not even hitting it that hard. I'm even clipping in OBS. So you can see audio input on the console, on the I'm blipping. For the snare track, the audio input is clipping. And so of course I do need to go back into my settings and probably dial that way down. I'm going to take it down to 70. And go about the same distance, tap it about the same velocity, and okay, you can see there that hit it a little harder at clip, but there I'm not clipping. Reset the meter there, and I'm going to go off axis from the microphone. That's right in the snout of the microphone. Microphones have different pickup patterns. Haven't gotten into that. This microphone, I believe, has a cardioid pattern. Like if you look at it from above, there's the front of the microphone. All right. The way it picks up sound is in a kind of a heart-shaped pattern, like that. Kind of a heart-shaped pattern. Right in front of it, right into the snout, as I say, it's going to be the strongest signal. I'm going to go off axis to the side. Go over over here. Still clipping. A little further away. Alright. This is real quick.
If I fry mandarin,
Fry in oil? I prefer to have it in the air fryer. So, anyway, 15-20 minutes. Long-suffering Mrs. She's concerned because I haven't eaten yet. I'm not concerned about having not eaten yet. It's the least of my concerns. I'm a man. All right, so, yeah, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go back into settings and I'm going to dial it down to 65. Again, you're going to notice a corresponding dip in your audio volume. By the way, a quick distinction that I forgot to make earlier. You hear the word gain, you hear the word volume. Short answer is gain is input signal, volume is output signal. Just remember that. So right now we're setting the gain level, the input into the DAW. Make sure it doesn't clip. You're going to hear a difference in your output volume, your output signal, your volume. As I adjust the gain, you hear differences. My gain, you hear differences in volume. Okay, enough of that. Down to 65, right? Was it 65? Yeah. Go back and check it out again. Right. Even if I whack it harder, which I don't want to whack it too hard. I don't want to damage the box. That's well within safe limits. Even right here. That's actually good because I can be right in front of the microphone, and as long as I don't really whack it, which I don't want to do because I don't want to damage the box, it's peaking at 0.0. Yeah, a little bit dangerous, but yeah, we're just having fun here, right? We're not producing the next U2 album or whoever's relevant these days. All right, here we go. Without further ado, track is armed, and yeah, R on the keyboard is start record. Away we go. I am just gonna I'm not gonna hold the box up because my arms are gonna get tired, so I'm gonna hold it in my lap and let's see what it's peaking at. All right, peaking. 0.0. That's safe. It's red, but it's 0.0. It's kind of like your speedometer lies to you. It tells you you're going faster than you are. Your gas tank gauge tells you you're emptier than you are. For your own good. Right, away we go. Snare part, gorilla in the corner of the room. R, record. damn headphone cord out of my headphone at the end, and I even bonked the spaceboard key off my keyboard in irritation. So I don't know if I got those last two beats right. I irritate myself all the time. All the time. I'm the most irritable thing in my universe. Perhaps. Got a pretty nice even signal there. Let's just hear what happened at the very end. Wow. Okay, let me re-level here. Let's bring that up to like 95. Well, yeah, 100. All right. That's annoying. If it's a problem, I'll go back and fix it. You'll also notice that if I really wanted to be a stickler, you know, I've tracked this so far to a metronome, but not perfectly. Nor did I want it to be surgically perfect. Okay. I'm a human being. I want it to sound human. I want there to be a little bit of drag back and forth, you know. And I want it to have a gorilla-y feel, kind of a lumbering, like this, right? If I really wanted to be a stickler, I would have muted the other tracks. I would have muted the guitar and the main vocal and just tracked the snare to the. It's the sister-in-law arriving. I would have tracked it. I would have tracked the snare sound only to the kick and the metronome. Okay, it's going to get noisy now. I'm glad that was just in time. So that's what I would have done, but that would have been really boring for the viewer. And, so I kind of tried to listen to the metronome and the other parts and just kind of be musical about it. You can always go in and edit individual beats later on and shift things around. That's not a concern right now. I do already have this track compressed and EQ'd in the Pro channel. So I've got track 4 snare selected over here in our channel strip. You can see it's snare. Up here is show Pro channel. And as you can see, I've already got a snare preset selected. Snare, more snap. In the compressor presets, I've got a drums snare preset. And I haven't, well, let me see. All right. Input 6.5, output 7. See, output negative 7.5. Input plus 6.5, output negative 7.5. Well, that's odd. We want input and output usually to be the same. This is called unity gain. This is a principle of gain staging. All things being equal, we want all things to be equal in terms of inputs and outputs. I didn't do this myself, so this must be part of the preset. I'm not sure why. And that could be a gap in my knowledge. But I'm going to set output to, let's see, input 6.5. I'm going to set output to negative 6.5, which is a little bit louder. Negative 6. Oh, man. Why can't I just, type this in with the keyboard? I've got to, mouse it. That's just ridiculous. Come on. 6. Ugh. All right, I'm not going to waste your time. Isn't there a way? No, double-clicking it. All right. Negative. Had it. Negative 6.5. Oakley dokley. A lot of plugins you can manually type in values. That should be the case here. Also on a side, This is a VU meter. It's from analog days. They're fun to look at. You know, they're cool to look at, but in digital audio world, they're not reliable. They don't really tell you when you're clipping. For that, you need these guys over here. Digital decibel meters. Those tell you when you're clipping. This does not. Not that this is, well, a VU meter doesn't tell you if you're clipping. Okay, so I think I had it set at 8 before, but anyway, we're going to go back and listen to it. I also have it, I also sent it into our reverb bus, so the snare is hitting the reverb bus, and away we go. Let's just start right there. Solo. Hang on. Little timing issues we're going to fix later on. That's not our concern right now. I just chose a snare EQ preset just because it said snare. This is obviously not a snare, not a real snare. I do want it to sound more snare-like, and I will be taking measures to make that happen, but not right now. That's going to come a little bit later. Right now, it's audible. You can hear it. And all the other thing I did, maybe I didn't save after all of it. Yeah, that must be why. Another thing I did in the console or in the Pro channel, I did increase the input gain. This is for the snare. In the compressor, I did increase the input gain, I think, to 9. But that means that, according to the principles of gain staging and unity gain, there should be a corresponding decrease in volume output level to -9, or thereabouts. Should be okay. And my reasons for that, okay, +9, -9. It just gives the compressor a little bit more juice to do its compressor thing. Okay, but I'm not getting a volume gain on the output, right? It's just changing could be changing the tone of the, not that there's a lot of tone there to begin with, but let's listen to it again. Yeah. Mess with the ratio here. Yeah. A little bit more pop. And just for the sake of visual interest, let's go to the snare track and freeze it. Freezing has, there are reasons for freezing tracks. When your CPU is getting taxed and it's starting to hiccup, this is a way to relieve load on your CPU. You can freeze tracks. So what it's going to do is it's going to mix down that track with whatever plugins, whatever processing I've applied to it. It's not after I freeze it, it's not processing the compressor and the EQ in real time. So it's just taking a load off of the CPU. Not that I need that right now, but that's what's happening. So freeze, hit the snowflake button. Well, what that does is it gives us a visual representation of the compressed waveform. As you can see, this looks a lot different, doesn't it? But this is not important. What's important is your ears. Use your ears. I didn't do this yesterday because I went into soul. It's not soul, like the sole of your foot, or one's sole purpose in doing something, or the thing that might or might not survive and transmigrate after the demise of your physical body. Soul is spelled S-E-O-U-L. There's a reason for that. It's pronounced soul. Soul. Slowly. Soul. I went into Seoul yesterday for my Wing Chun lesson, so I didn't have time to do this yesterday. YouTube algo be damned. That doesn't care about alcoholics anyway. Doesn't care about you. But no, I'm not going to do that rant again. I'll do it another time. I'll redo it another time. Unfreeze track. So here we are back at this is a more realistic view of what is happening. No, not more. Okay, it is what it is. You can see the transients more clearly. There they are. It's uncompressed. It looks more dynamic. And I basically like the way it sounds. I was a little unsteady in the beginning, but I got more confident as I went along. I was a little bit concerned about the strength of the box. I didn't want to punch a hole in it or cave it in or whatever. So there's some issues. The kick and the snare don't sound distinct yet. They sound too similar. I can just do let's just try a radically different EQ setting. Let me see. Let's do a high shelf. No, not a high shelf. What are you thinking? Alcoholic audio engineer. A high boost. A high boost. Now, this is going to result in an increase in volume. So technically, if I'm being a real stickler about gain staging and all that, I should reduce the output volume on my EQ thingy, but I'm not going to do that right now because it's not necessary, and whatever. I just want to hear what the difference is. Yeah. Let's try something more extreme. No. Let's try glassy. Alright. Yeah. Hear the difference that makes? Now this is a really extreme setting, but I'm using an extreme setting to for purposes of demonstration. Sometimes an extreme setting is indeed called for, and sometimes I use it. I use my ears. I go with what my ears like, with certain exceptions. Sometimes, sometimes your ears will like something, but it's like not best for there are reasons why it's not the best thing to do. You learn these things as you go. Trial and error, but you can hear the kick is now pronounced from the snare is now pronounced from the kick. It's distinct. It's different. The gloss button. So it's too extreme, Yeah, little timing issues. Going to go back and fix that. I'm going to leave this way for now. We got a mid boost, we got a high boost, two high mids and highs, heavily boosted. I cut out a lot of the lows, right? Because this is the kick, this is the lows, so I'm separating them, right? I could also go back into the kick EQ and cut out the highs, right? That's separation. That's using EQ for separation. I'm not going for anything. There's no final decisions being made here. It's just for the video. I need to make it short today, so I'm going to come back and fine tune it later. Just showing you what the workflow is and what we do, the kind of thing we do. And just leave it like that for now. Oh, well, what I'll do is I'll solo the snare sound, and we'll just A-B the AQ. Solo, solo, solo. There we go. That's EQ on. That's EQ off. Off. On. On. Off. Wait a minute. What's going on here? There. On. 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 Off. 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 Back to on. Yep. Brighter. I can also make it snappier. I can even download a special, EQ, not EQ plugin, a plugin to add a chair, a snare, a chair. I'm sitting in a chair. A snare rattle to it. I can do that too if I want. Maybe I will. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. I need to take the long-suffering missus out for some shopping. She was here at home by her lonesome all day yesterday while I was out, doing Wing Chun. Let's see, is there anything else? No, that's it for now. So I'm going to go ahead and and I sent the snare through the reverb bus. Oh, and the other thing I did, let's see, so hang on, show pro channel, okay, EQ activated, compression active, enabled. All right, I also went into the main vocal, and as you can see, with this is the level send to the reverb bus. I dialed down the reverb a bit on the main vocal. I kind of felt like the words were being washed out a little bit by that reverb. So you can hear the diff here. Clipping. Okay, there's vocal at maximum reverb, essentially. Oh, you hear that echo? Yeah, I added that. Oh, yeah. I did some stuff. I opened the wrong project file for this video. This is something that I do. This is where I'm getting ahead of myself in these videos. I called this one building a song _post. This is stuff that this is my looking ahead to, what I'm going to introduce you to next and next and next. So disregard that echo there. I'm going to get to that and show you how to do it. Okay, but, compare when I turn down the reverb on the main vocal. You can hear all the way down. I like it better at like -5. All right, and yeah, that is an echo that you heard. Room of the room. Hear it again. The room. Well, maybe it's good that I made this mistake, because you get a sneak preview at how things get funner They do. They get funner. I like saying that word, funner. It's way funner to say funner than more fun. And why is that considered incorrect and childish anyway? I mean, technically, single syllable adjectives, that's how you're supposed to make the comparative. If it's a single syllable adjective, it's supposed to get the ER treatment for the comparative. That's the way it's supposed to be. Nice, nicer. Right? Bright, brighter. Dark, darker. Mean, meaner. Fun, funner. Why is it considered childish to say funner? That's more funner I can understand, like you'd correct a kid. We don't say more funner. But you can totally understand why a kid would, say funner. But English is not logical at all. English is a beastly, brutal language to learn if you weren't born into it. And even if you were born into it, yeah. Okay, digression. I've got to get ready to go. So, I added a couple other things. Let me check out the master. Let's see. Click on guitar, master. Yeah, I added a couple of things to the master just to give you just a little sneak preview. Yeah, I forgot. I did. Okay, so, the master channel, what I added to the master channel, those are not, that's not active right now, so you're not hearing it. But I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll start playback, and then I will enable what I've done in the master channel. You can hear the difference. Ready? On. As you can see, I'm clipping in the master now, but just listen to the difference. It's actually not an improvement right now, but it will be. It will be an improvement. It will constitute an improvement later on. I was just dicking around. All right. Don't let that worry you at this point. We're still tracking. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, what do I have to do to rectify this? This is what I have to do. I'm going to right-click on that, delete all. Okay, nothing else in the master. And let me see. That does not belong there in the guitar, and none of these belong here. These are all for future lessons. Delete all. All right. And I'm going to save as. Boy, don't make that mistake. Okay. So I'm overwriting the what I should have opened for this. Yes, replace it. Thank you for asking, though. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. This is what it should have sounded like.
Well, I have had it up to here with all their fake-ass laws. I am nothing but a walking case of problem.
As you can hear, it needs more work. But the tracking is done. And I'll go and tidy it up. And that's it for now. We're only 38 minutes and 25 seconds in. That's short for me. But, that's my format. I'm long format, even when I'm brief. Okay. That's it for now. I'm still planning to do the commentary. More of a, not tutorial. It's more of a commentary. My opinions / advice on selecting a USB microphone. I was gonna do it, but then I kind of looked at it. I got into the details of a little bit more. It's not as straightforward as I thought it was going to be. So I'm still kind of thinking about how I'm going to do that. But I am going to do it. Okay. Maybe I'll get around to that tonight after I have taken the long-suffering Mrs. shopping. Those of you who eventually make it here and listen and feel at home, and yeah, much love to you from scenic, lovely Paju, South Korea. Does he really mean scenic? And is it really scenic and lovely in Paju, or is he just being tongue-in-cheek? You decide. Go look at Paju on Google Maps or World or Earth or whatever it is. Not that you can tell. You have to be here. And if you're struggling with addiction, be it alcohol or whatever, my heart really does go out to you. Really, really goes out to you. I've been there. I've been through the valley. Hang in there. Stick it out. That's why I'm here. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. Trust me. Okay, so that's enough for now. I am the alcoholic audio engineer. Over and out.